Españols.
For the countdown.
Españoles.
9, 8, 7, 6,
Mm-hmm.
5,
Cinco.
4, 3,
Hey,
2,
huh?
1, 0.
Quiero.
Hey.
Bienvenidos.
Turn up.
Hey,
Blow it up.
hey, we live, baby.
What's up, y'all?
What's popping?
What's cracking?
I just want to make sure this is public for everybody on my FayUp. It's public. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's
yeah.
What's
We're
up,
back,
everybody? Welcome to another show.
Yeah. Hold on.
We are back. It's Monday.
Yeah.
Happy New Year's. Whoa, hey,
Show
Happy New
2026.
Year.
Again.
Happy New freaking year, man. Happy New Year.
Yeah, man.
Freaking year. You ever see somebody who want to curse, but then they don't curse when the lips look like they what the freaking year, man.
Hey, it's the new year, man. Hey, so you are tuned in with us on the new year. This is episode 81 of Technically Speaking, when we are giving you news
that you can use.
It's 2026, dog. It's 2026, man.
2026.
That's crazy.
In the mix.
Crazy. In the mix.
What's so crazy about it? Life keeps going, man. It doesn't stop.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I never would have fathomed that. 2026, man. I don't know. It's just, I don't know, crazy to me.
You know how
I've seen it all before.
Fast?
How?
You know, time goes by fast. I think like mid-December, my daughter walked in. Mercy, the 6-year-old. She's like, "Man, mommy, it's already almost Christmas." I was like, "Yeah, I know, dude. It's like right around the corner." She's like, I really think this year went by fast. It was just Christmas. I feel like it was just Christmas recently." And I was like, "Hey, hold on a second. You don't need to be worried about time going by fast. You just stay your little self." Just be
yourself.
She counts her years from Christmas to Christmas. That's funny.
Christmas to Christmas.
That's a kid should, right? I remember when I was a kid, I got super excited for Christmas. I don't get that excited for Christmas anymore. Not like I used to as a kid.
Nah, because we got to pay out of pocket.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I'd be like, it's just another bill for me. I'm like, shoo. I'm like, I'm looking at the budget. I'm like, ooh, when you say
right.
Yeah. Hey, so you know what? Here's some news you can use. October 1st, I actually start Christmas shopping. I start shopping and send me your Amazon wish list, and every paycheck leading up to Christmas, I knock out 3 to 4 people depending on what they're getting. Right? Try to budget about $25, maybe $30, depending on who the person is. Budget $25. It's $100 out of your paycheck. So if you budget that, that's at least 6 to 7. No, not even like 8 weeks prior to Christmas, 10 maybe. And so that way you're not rushing to get stuff on Amazon. However, let me tell you this. If you do shop early and you get that item in the mail, make sure you put the person's name on that item who you purchased it for, because I've gone to wrap gifts and I'm like, what the hell did I buy this for? I'm sitting here having to go down my list of people who I bought for, forgetting who I bought for. So, but that way you can roll into Christmas and you don't have like your bank account's not drained because you budgeted correctly in order to make sure that you made room in your budget for proper gifting, depending on how many people are on your list.
Hey, nothing wrong with a proper
shop
budget.
Early.
No, I feel that.
Yeah, no.
That is news you could use. Like shop early. It's just it just creeps up on you, man. You be like, I'll be trying to live my best life. And then it just comes.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Crystal IV? Is that
Crystal V? What's popping? What's going on, Antonio Camacho Macho?
I like that.
Antonio, ¿qué pasó? Welcome to the show.
Get the IV, like when you had a long night, you was drinking too much.
Okay. Camacho said, "What are we doing? We giving you news what you can use, cuz."
Man, we just talking, man. We talking about the new year. We got some stuff lined up, but we just shooting the breeze right now, just taking it all in because it's 2026. Hey man, happy New Year to y'all, everyone that tuned in for us, man. I wish everyone that's tuned in. So man,
tell us what y'all did, man. If y'all watching, man, just send like one sentence or so, you know.
Yeah.
What you do for the New Year's?
You know what I'm saying? Crystal asks us how we doing. Tell her we live. That's what we do. We live.
How you doing, Crystal? Let us know how you doing. How you
Happy
doing?
2026 to you too, Crystal. Bam.
Hey, that's what's up. I like that love right there.
You know, I like the interaction. You know what I'm saying?
I like
to
that.
me.
Yeah.
Hey, I got something for the new year. I got this from the pocket psychologist, man. The.pocket.psychologist, man. Think about like New Year's, instead of like taking on more responsibilities and making goals and resolutions for yourselves, and sometimes adding more stress on your shoulders. Sometimes think about maybe letting things go and relieving yourself of some of the pressures that sometimes get placed upon us. You know, don't allow yourself to believe that rest is something that is earned. You know, sometimes rest is something that is needed and deserved. So, you know, think about it when you're making those resolutions and sticking to them. Don't let it stress you out and drive you guys crazy, man. That's some news you could use.
You was about to tell me about when you say relieve. I was like, so I should not hold my pee.
Oh, man.
Just making sure
these burdens off. I ain't cooking no more.
Pee one time a day.
Pee one time a day.
Nah,
I wish I could, bro.
First of all, that's military stuff right there.
A little bit of news, you know, a little inspiration. You know, we want
to
help y'all mentally.
You know what I'm saying? Some Monday motivation from the millennial.
There you go. Millennial motivation.
Oh, gee, millennial motivation. Like Yo, I like that. That's the millennial motivation for that ass.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you relieve yourself and rest. Hey, you know what?
What's up?
Real talk though. When you say rest, you know what I'm saying? What comes after that? It's a place. Room. Rest room. And I was on I told you, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta go to the look, I'm about to get off topic, but just one side note, because my kids do this. They go to the bathroom when they get upset, or when they go to the, you know what I'm saying, when they got stuff they gotta do, they go to the restroom so they figure like they can get a rest. One time I bammed on that door. I'm like, you been in here for a minute. All you got to do is clean these dishes. No rest in the restroom for me, man.
No rest. Like no sex in the champagne room.
Ain't no sex in the champagne room.
No.
Hey, you only know that if you're a millennial or older. Hey,
facts. Drop a bomb on that.
Do you know about that one, Bobby?
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Who was that? That was Chris Rock?
Chris Rock. Yeah, that was Chris Rock.
Chris Rock.
Yep.
I do like Chris Rock, but I don't think I've ever heard him say that.
We'll have to send you the video. It was a whole song.
You will. Okay. Oh, so it was a whole song.
Yeah, that was like a line back in the day.
I am a millennial, but I'm a younger millennial.
You're a younger millennial.
Are you really?
Yeah.
I just messing with you, sis.
Oh, you know what? Today I noticed I have 3 more weeks left of my Invisalign, my clear braces that I've had on my mouth and stuff, and I've noticed my speech has changed. And so I've taken them off for the show because today I was talking while I was at work. I was very busy today, and I felt like I was lisping a lot, and I was like, dang, why do I sound like a 3-year-old trying to get my thoughts out?
Yeah.
Oh man.
You got to relearn how to talk. So I took my braces off last year. I think March, April last year time frame. I took my braces off. So I feel you on that one.
And that's when I got my Invisalign. Almost done.
Hey man, it's got to give it a process. Grill, man.
Yeah.
Grills. Hey, my next step is I'm gonna eventually get them bleached, get them whitened. So when I'm like this, it's like
those white.
We're gonna get some bleach. We're gonna get teeth bleach. Okay. See, this is what you do when you get past 40, y'all. You don't go and you don't get diamonds. No, you get bleach. Hey, I'm one to talk. I ain't gonna lie. My teeth look like a bumper look hit the front of it, but you know what I'm saying? I personally feel like, hey, if they ain't broke, don't fix it.
Talking about teeth, man, I'm getting to the points where I might have to start getting some of them implants, man. I could use one good implant. Bam, right there.
Me too. Like right here, I got it looks like a real talk. It looked like a tennis table, right? I mean, a pool table right here.
Hey, really?
What side you eat on?
Right here, that right there. That's an implant. I had to get
I'm surprised how important teeth are, man. You know, like
They didn't tell us that when we was growing up. They just said clean them. They didn't tell us why.
Yeah, they said clean them.
Yeah. So if you think about it, right, your teeth are inside of your head. Your teeth are a few inches away from your brain. So when you begin to have infections in your mouth because you don't take care of your, the hygienic part of our dental, it can infect and go all the way up into our brain. So.
True. Damn. I only brush my teeth because I thought it helped me keep my breath clean.
You ever thought about that?
I never looked at it like that, but it makes perfect sense. Damn it. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm on it now.
Yeah. It is a real thing. It is a real thing.
Yeah, take care of that grill, man, especially those older millennials, man.
Yeah,
stay on them kids, too, because them kids, boy, you can't trust them. You got to make sure they brush their teeth, man.
Brush them damn teeth.
I do the breath check. Y'all do the breath
check. I give them a warning. Go in there and you better scrub them. If you don't, I'm going to scrub them, and they're going to hurt.
I can't do the breath check because if they didn't, they will lie and say they did, and I throw up. I'm like, you lied to me.
Oh, that's funny.
Damn it.
My youngest got me like that one time. She was like, you brush your teeth? Yes. I'm like, she answered too quick. And she was like, you want to smell? And I was like, half of me was saying yes, and half of me saying no.
She set you up, man, and you fell for it.
She did. She was like, I was like, baby, go brush your teeth. I didn't tell her that her breath stink, though. I didn't tell her that. I just told her go brush your teeth.
No, is that all right? We got to talk about that on the parents.
You're so nice, Corey. I'm like, you better get your stink breath out of my face right now. Like,
yo, your breath is humming. Yo, I'm like,
so if you got good teeth, that makes you a hero. You are the hero for having good teeth.
Hey.
You got bad teeth, you're a super villain.
You're
always evil, right?
In the comments, if you have good teethuses.
Right.
You know who does have good teethuses?
Who's that?
A nice young strapping superhero by the name of Wonder Man.
Wonder Man. Simon Williams.
Nobody's wondering about those teeth, huh? That's right.
Yeah.
I'm actually there at the trailer, and he actually has a very nice smile. But most people in Hollywood have a nice smile. I can't recall anyone in Hollywood that has a busted grill.
I mean, when you got money, you
quite a
need
few.
to pay for teeth.
I can tell you quite a few. They get them veneers, or they put them, that they got them dentures.
You're right. How many people you bet actually have dentures, right? And all fake teeth. All fake.
A lot. A lot. Because they don't I'm not getting no surgery. I just get these.
So let's get to it. So recently, the I guess it's the official trailer for Wonder Man.
Official trailer.
Marvel's Wonder Man. What's that about? Let the folks know what's going on with that. Corey Giovanni, the main man with the game plan.
All right, so check it out. Wonder Man, if y'all don't know, was a comic hero back in the late 60s, right? Well, early 60s. He came out in 1964. His alter ego, Simon Williams, first appeared in Marvel in the Avengers #9 comic book. But the fast forward, there's a lot of different similarities. And Donald, tell them what was one of the differences from now until then.
Oh man, yeah. The dude was white. He was originally a white man. Was Wonder Man
originally a white man? Yes, he was
Caucasian.
You know what I'm saying? Did you say Caucasian?
Asian.
You sound like a seasoned salt.
Not sure which Caucasian he was, but he was a Caucasian.
He says that the way you say it sounds like a body member. Caucasian.
What? It's like, man, don't let me get into it. Don't make me get into it.
It's okay. Started Corey.
It's okay. Anyway, we're going to talk about Wonder Man, right?
Children's comic book we talking about, right? I'm like, did we get into a whole different genre?
Look, I don't know.
I didn't know anything about Wonder Man. It was great music during the advertisement, though, man. I love the music.
Yeah, really good music. And not to mention, so Marvel, as you guys know, their 2026 is supposed to be their breakout year because they weren't doing so well in the past. This last year, 2025, they were on their way back up, but 2024 turned things around because Deadpool, right? When Deadpool, there was an uptick swing in Marvel. And so I don't know if you guys are familiar with some of the way the MCU is set up, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They like to make sure that there's a diverse in characters, right? So you had Kamala Khan, who ends up being Miss Marvel.
I love her. I love Miss Marvel.
And then, Nick Fury, when he first came out, he was actually he was a white man, but now he's black. Wonder Man is now a black man, first introduced into the Marvel comic books as a white man. So there's a lot of diverse going on. I'm all for the diversity. But back to this show. So this show is a starving actor, right? Simon Williams. He's an actor, right? Trying to get, trying to get these roles, but he got superpowers. You know what I'm saying? And based off of my research about Simon Williams, he's just as powerful as Thor and the Hulk. So for him to have a mini series in Marvel, I think they're going to be doing something real big with him, because if you look at the MCU, they're setting things up for Doomsday back in December. But before Doomsday, we're going to get Spider-Man. And so, I'm on the fence. I'm not on the fence. I'm like, yo, let's go. If this is going to be a character that's going to have a mini series equivalent to the Hulk, I'm expecting great things. What do you guys think?
I'm with it. Well, so the first thing that stood out to me on that trailer was Trevor. Like I was happy to see Trevor again, man. And for those that don't remember, Trevor was the one that played the 10 Rings and Iron Man 3. And when they found him, it turned out he was just an actor that was being paid to play that character. And then he popped up again. We saw him again in Shang-Chi. Yeah. Because the actual leader of the 10 Rings captured him.
And made him play him.
You said that was an Iron Man? Originally, that guy was
Iron Man 3. Yep.
I remember that dude was like sitting in the chair just like chilling, and he ended up just being this random person. He didn't even know what was going on. He was just getting paid for it.
Yeah. He was just getting high.
That was funny.
Yeah. So and then he came back in Shang-Chi. He actually helped Shang-Chi find like the sacred land. I forget what it was called. But he helped him get to where he needed to be, where his mom came from, right? And now he's back again. So he made his way back to Hollywood. That was the first thing I noticed. Like, I look at characters like Trevor, man. It's like R2D2 and C3PO and from Star Wars, right? Like, I feel like most of the Star Wars story is really about them, because the two constants throughout the whole storyline are those two. They were there for all of it, dog. They were there for all of it. I don't know if you ever noticed that.
Yeah, if it weren't for R2D2, man, nothing, it all would have failed, bro.
Yeah.
One robot.
So it's like, it's one of those things. It's like, whose story is this? You know what I mean? but Trevor's there. So that's the first thing that stood out to me. I'm happy to see Trevor again, man. But what about y'all? What's your thoughts on it, on the trailer and what's about to come?
Bobby, you want to take a stab at it?
Well, that was just a spin-off of what Corey said. I think that there's going to be maybe something major to come later. It would be nice to see a miniseries and stuff. And I'm all for the diversity of characters and whatnot.
What about you,
John? Shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot.
He reminds me of Hancock.
Really?
He really reminds me of Hancock now, man.
Will Smith Hancock.
I didn't see that coming, but I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, it's just because, it's like when you say you got all the powers, like, it's like, all right, man, it's a Superman, but now it's a different Superman. I don't know. Get 2 or 3 powers, and don't be greedy.
He has a lot of
superpowers.
Hancock, huh?
I see that, because they kind of play Hancock as like a black Superman, right? When that came out. Funny enough, Marvel is known to have their own knockoff characters of Superman. They got a few of them. Hyperion is one of them.
Sentry.
Sentry is one of them. We saw him in the New Avengers.
Right? I just watched that the other day, man.
Yeah.
Thunderbolts.
So Wonder Man is like another Superman knockoff, but yeah, he seems. I never got into him when I was reading comic books. I knew of him just because, if I remember correctly, Rogue actually got her ability to fly from Wonder Man because she held on to him too long and put him in a coma. I remember that It was an episode on the original X-Men animated series.
Hey, I remember her doing that. That's who she did that to?
It was Wonder Man. Yeah.
But not Magneto?
It was the white version. No, it wasn't Magneto. It was Wonder Man.
Oh.
He actually Wonder Man actually died, but because of his healing factor, he actually brought himself back to life.
Yeah.
And that's I'm like he has the strength of the Hulk. He has the healing factor of Wolverine.
So
and he got the rhythm of James Brown because he black.
So like real talk, whenever you have a character like that who has like all these powers and stuff, like what's their life expectancy? How could you, if you were a villain, right? How could you take out this character? What's his kryptonite, if you will?
Oh, good question.
Oh,
good question.
You know,
Don't start this way. Just
she's known to be bad.
Yeah, I heard Jay-Z say something like this. Dark Knight villain, be the hero until you turn into the villain. So I think honestly, real talk, even if he doesn't die, he'll go bad eventually. They did the same thing to Superman. Superman was like praised and everything, and then all of a sudden they were like, "We don't want you here no more."
That's new age Superman, man. That's different from old age Superman.
Yeah, he was the hero so long until he became a villain.
True.
I can't believe they turned him villain. How crazy is that? Did that happen in the comics?
In a couple of stories. There was a couple of stories. What was the one? It was the video game, Injustice.
Oh, okay. I thought that was Batman one.
No, he definitely became a villain, but I don't know if he has any weaknesses. I would probably say someone like that. You would need someone that's like what are the beings? A celestial or something like that would be the only ones that could take him out, or something like Molecule Man or Blue Marvel, which that's another very not too known character that is very, very powerful. But it would have to maybe the Scarlet Witch who could alter reality. Like I'm thinking it'll probably be like a character like that. That would be,
and they probably won't kill him. You know what they probably do? Probably freeze him. Freeze him or cement him or something.
The old Han Solo trick, huh?
Just like another Star Wars reference.
Or Captain America.
Some kryptonite. See what the fuck he does. Some cryo. What is that? Cryo freeze or something?
Yeah, cryo freeze.
But it looks good. Hey, you know one thing that popped out of me watching the trailer was they opened it up talking about superhero fatigue. So that shows me that Marvel, they're aware. They know that there is some superhero fatigue. So I like that they addressed that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Kevin Feige is very, very tapped in.
Baby.
And I can tell you this because I was supposed to go to the end game title reveal, and I missed it. And I was so upset. Yeah. But he invited everybody who were like bloggers and anything that had to do with Marvel that had a big audience. Everything always was theirs. A lot of those people, and I'm shouting out YouTube channels who was there, the Cosmic Wonder, all of them. And sure enough, I had created a shirt because I watched Avengers Infinity War, and it was like, okay, they were like, what's the title? And then I was like, Endgame, right? I even have the shirt. I'll probably take a picture of it and put it up on our channel. And it says Thanos 1, Avengers 0. And sure enough, it said Endgame. Like the title of it was called Endgame. And if you know, they referenced it when Doctor Strange gave Thanos that emerald, the Infinity Stone. He was like, we're in the end game now. And I was like, oh, so I put it on the shirt, and lo and behold, that was the title of the show.
Hey,
Yeah, man. I do my Marvel madness, baby.
He has the power of foresight. That's his Marvel superpower.
That's my Marvel superpower.
Yeah, it looks good though, man. I like it. It's still kind of hard to see what direction it's going in, because all the other teaser trailers it puts out is focusing on just the struggling actor trying to make it. He's being mentored by Trevor. So that last trailer that came out though, you did have what was it? Damage Control came out, and they were talking to Trevor, and they said that he's looked at as a very what did they call it? A high threat. Because of his power. So yeah, I'm curious to see how this is gonna go. It looks interesting. I hope it's good, because like you said, man, Marvel, they've been slacking up until Deadpool and Wolverine, man. So we'll see, man. Hopefully this could pick them up. And
well,
go ahead.
The thing about it is, if you look at, I don't know if y'all followed, but I did. The Damage Control was in what movie? The last one we were in.
The last one?
It was in a Spider-Man movie.
Was that the last time we saw them?
I think so. If not, they were in the Kamala Khan one. I'm not sure, but I can tell you this:
it was Spider-Man. Yeah,
we have Deadpool, not Deadpool. Daredevil. That's the series season 2 is coming this year.
Ooh, I'm excited for Daredevil. Oh,
and then we have that which we saw in the last Daredevil episode. Punisher was really active.
Oh yeah,
and
you know he's getting his own special.
Yep, and he's going to be inside Spider-Man.
I was gonna say that. You're gonna steal my thunder, man. I was gonna say that.
Yeah. So you see where they're rolling this out. You feel what I'm saying? So Marvel has a plan. See, I know that.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah, that's why there's only one.
They bouncing back.
Yeah, there's only one MCU movie this year that's coming out, and that's Doomsday. Because Spider-Man is part of the MCU, but it's a Sony base. Yeah.
So I'm still kind of mad, man. I wanted to see the Kane Dynasty. I still wanted to see that. I don't like how they did my man's Jonathan Majors, but it's like they're rushing into it. Because they're rushing into it. For those of us who know Doomsday, we are not Doomsday, but Dr. Doom. It's cool for us, but I'm just they pulled they did the cheat code, man. They brought Robert Downey Jr. back to be him because it's a familiar face, right? They're going back to the original 3. You've seen the teaser trailers, right? They did the teaser trailer with Captain America, the teaser trailer with Thor. They got Robert Downey Jr. back to be Dr. Doom. So I don't know, man. Smells like a little bit of desperation to me. I don't know.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, man. Let me just say it like this. And for all you pimp cats out there and all them swag daddies.
Yeah, man.
If you got a good thing going and you know it's going, don't mess up the motion. Keep going.
Good point.
You feel what I'm saying?
Good point. And if you don't get this money, you don't get the backhand. I feel that.
I wasn't thinking like that. I was trying to keep it unbiased. I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying?
Trying to keep it non-violent.
Hey, who's the owner of Disney?
Kevin Feige.
No.
What's his name?
I can't think of his name.
I know you talking about.
Say what?
I don't know. Just put a name out there.
No, I know who you're
like
talking about.
The owner of Disney. Let me look that up real quick.
But
Al Horn could be. I worked for one of the people for Disney, like one of the super guys cleaned their pool for a long time. It was like his wife who was always there though. But I Google searched them because they give me a $500 tip every year at the end of the year. And I was like, who the fuck are these people giving me a $500 tip, man?
So it's not owned by one person. Bob Iger.
Bob Iger.
He's the CEO. So he's the CEO telling Foggy, you better get my money.
Get my money.
And Bob Iger will give him that backhand.
He's the mouse house pimp.
The mouse house.
Shit.
Yeah. You better go get the mouse's money.
Because he left and he was like, oh, y'all not making no money. Let me come back real quick. He's like, let me come back.
And Mickey got the gloves on too. Come on, man.
Oh, yeah.
Heidi Howard. Yo. Yeah, man. So I think it's gonna be a good. She looks like a good show. I hope it's a good show. Because if not, yeah, man. Foggy, he gonna get pimp slapped by Bob Iger, man. So
yeah,
that's my thoughts on it. What's up, Bobby? What's on your mind?
I just looked up who owns Disney, and the first thing that came up, and I'm like, I'm shaking my head over here.
Why?
The Walt Disney Company isn't owned by one person, but it is publicly traded with ownership spread among large institutional investors. Vanguard,
Of course.
BlackRock, State Street. The actual
BlackRock, they own everything.
The actual Disney family owns a very small stake.
Yeah, they had to sell that much because of the thing.
The movers and shakers.
I'm surprised the Vanguard is involved with that, but that's good for them because Vanguards, they used to be up and up. They used to be next to the Rockefellers, but
yeah.
Well, I mean, you own part of Disney now.
They got it back.
Disney heard it. All right. The mouse
buy
owns
some stock, and then I
everything.
can be part of Disney too. I own
For real, what's that stock looking like right now?
That stock, DISNY.
Yep.
No, that ain't it.
No, it's just DIS.
Yeah.
It's only $114 and $114.
Buy 2 shares.
There you go.
She said buy 2 shares, girl.
Buy two of them.
I'm by 2%. I got 3 kids.
2%.
I got 3 kids.
No, if I own 2% of Disney, I wouldn't have to work.
It's not going to go down, If it doesn't shoot up, it will at least stay consistent.
No, Disney.
There we go about
pretty consistent.
Keep it coming.
It's like Netflix, It's going to stay consistent until it shoots up, and then it'll come down and stay consistent.
Oh,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, dog. On that note, let's move to our heroes highlight.
Look, today we're going to talk about the heroes highlight. Heroes highlight goes to our main man, Big Shaq Attack.
Shaq Diesel.
Shaq Diesel. Yeah.
You earned it.
Kobe had my ass face.
Yeah.
Kobe had my ass face. R.I.P. Kobe Bryant had my ass face.
Oh my God. Y'all are terrible. I mean, Shaq does talk like that, but God.
But nah, so
let me play this clip real quick.
Play the clip.
Yes, please
play the clip.
You gotta stop gangbanging, Corey, man. Somebody's gonna hit you up one of these days, though.
For real, huh? All right, here we go.
Finally tonight, NBA Hall of Famer Shaquille O'Neal, 7'1", is trying to get Jordan Wilmore, 7'3", to pass. Not a basketball, a police exam. O'Neal, a reserve officer himself, has thrown his support behind Wilmore, who was profiled earlier this year by our Steve Hartman.
When Shaquille O'Neal met 24-year-old Jordan Wilmore in Kemah, Texas, he didn't expect to meet his match.
Actually found out
He's a big ass guy.
I thought I was the tallest, handsomest cop in the world.
Shaq, who has several law enforcement titles himself, learned about Wilmore's quest.
Hey, break yourself.
And wanted to know more.
On this, because it's commendable that a kid wants to be a cop. I love cops.
Back in September, Steve Hartman shared the story of how Wilmore was encouraged to pursue basketball his whole life because of his height.
It was hard for me to share like my dreams or the stuff I wanted to do growing up because it was, you just got to focus on basketball because it can make you millions.
If you got a phone call tomorrow, the NBA, $1 million, or stay here and be a cop in Texas.
Stay here.
Lie.
Think about it.
He did answer that really fast.
In the police academy, Wilmore fell short of passing the state exam by 1 point. So Shaq jumped in to help Wilmore rebound. He agreed to pay for Wilmore's expenses for the next 5 months so he can focus on the exam.
I let him know that he had my full support. So I'm going to be on you, brother. Make sure you get it done. All right. Thank you.
All right, baby. We're going to get it done.
G, have you ever been to Kemah?
What we going to do?
Have I ever been to what? Where?
To Kemah?
Nope, never heard of it.
What? No? Never been to Kemah Boardwalk?
Kemah.
It's over in Galveston.
Oh, I've been to Galveston before, the island.
I've been to Galveston, but I've been to Pleasure Pier.
Okay, so Pleasure Pier is not far from Kemah. It's got like a real famous boardwalk over there, and they have like a whole other They have a whole other like carnival area over there. Kima, it's real nice. They do fireworks and stuff on the 4th of
No,
July.
I'm not familiar at all. I went to the Boardwalk Pleasure Pier because speaking of which, I'm gonna say this. I gotta say it. Sorry, y'all, and I love y'all, my LA folks, but Pleasure Pier shits on Santa Monica Pier. I'm sorry. Like it's
okay. Santa Monica Pier is outdated.
Yeah, because I had a lot of fun at Pleasure Pier in Galveston, but it was fun. It was fun. It was
Are
fun.
you talking about the island, Galveston Island?
Galveston is it? It is an island, isn't it?
It is because it's like
I
off
did
the
business
area.
to business sales on that island, man. I've been in almost every single business on that island, bro, with my black bag peddling $5 and $10 trinkets. I drove over that bridge.
It's a lot of
scary
money.
as fuck driving over that bridge.
It's a haunted island too, by the way. But anyway, no, I'm gonna have to check that out next time. But nah, that's dope, man. What Shaq is doing. I almost forgot what we were talking about.
Heroes, man. Texas cops, bro. They're big out there in Texas, huh? They're growing big.
Nah, that's honorable, man. But yeah, for real, y'all don't think? I don't know, man. We've had conversations, Donald, when you've made it a good point that not everybody is just about the money, man. So I honor that. There's some people that serve in the military, and they could go make more money. Actually, I know the owner of a big contracting company, multi-million-dollar contracting company, and she's in the Air Force Reserves. And I was like, what? Why? She was like, it definitely isn't for the money. I just like to serve. And maybe that young kid just likes to serve, man. So
I was the same way.
I'll tell you what, man. If you're small and fast.
Volunteering.
What was that, Bobby?
I always got asked too, like, man, every single time we got something going on, it's always Sergeant Lopez putting her hand up. I like serving.
There you
go. I have a passion for serving people.
That's what's up.
He ain't catching me, man. That big motherfucker is not catching me, bro. You see all those right there? He is not catching me, bro. You gotta jump in that squad car. You ain't catching me on foot, big boy. Nah.
Yo, can you imagine that dude 7'3" stop? Like, oh, dude, your heart just dropped. You're like,
Deion Sanders, your ass break your legs. Yeah.
That's a big boy. That's a big boy. But hey,
he does get that momentum behind him, though, man. You ain't stopping that, man.
Okay, can I just be the one who says,
say it?
If somebody offered me $1 million, I'll take the $1 million for 500, John.
That's for shit for 6 months, man. What was it, like 6 months? He said,
yeah, 5 months. He's paying for his expenses 5 months. But if he's in the academy, don't they cover his overhead? Right, everything else he got to pay for and stuff like that.
They did his original stint, but the graduation came. That's why Shaq was covering his expenses. Yeah, normally, they cover everything, but I guess he has to do it again because he missed it by 1 point. 1 point.
Yeah, 1 point.
Yeah, but so here's my thing. Here's my take on this.
What's your take?
Like, this is. Shaq, congrats, man. You know what I'm saying? But Shaq been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes that we don't know. You know what I'm saying? I've literally heard from people that's never been interviewed by a network said they were in the Walmart with Shaq, and Shaq just told this little kid, "Buy you want an Xbox," and he was like, "Well, my mommy said, I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I can't really have that right now." And he walked the kid to his mother. Mother was jaw dropped and like, it's Shaq. Like, get him an Xbox. And another kid was around. You want an Xbox too? And then he just giving everybody Xboxes like Oprah Winfrey did cars on that one episode.
Shaq goes PS5 on top of that.
And I heard him in an interview. He was like, I've been blessed. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what fulfillment. That's what fulfillment feels like, right? You know what I'm saying? Shaquille O'Neal, he don't need to make another dollar, but he's gonna make it because his money makes money. He employed his dollars, which is smart. And I think that once you get to a level, no matter what it is, but one thing I did like about what he said, he was like, "I'm gonna be on you." So he made the guy know it's an accountability.
Yeah,
it's not a free ride. Because if I'm gonna pay 5 months of your expenses and you fail, I'm gonna bring that bill over to you, and now you're gonna be paying the Shaq Corporation.
You gotta admire O'Neal, because I saw an interview with him a few years ago, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, you know what? That's a good idea. He was talking about how when his kids became of age, he forced all of them to go to college and go get, they had to have at least a bachelor's degree, at the very least, because he wanted his children to be successful, not because they had his last name or because they were his offspring, but because they were going to be educated all on their own and they were going to make something of themselves. But he had to place that foundation and push them to that standard of what he felt excellence was. And obviously it shows. It shows if he's been very generous. I know here in the San Antonio area, Shaq has worked with several other players, including some of the Spurs players. I believe like David Robinson does a whole lot in the San Antonio area and stuff. So I know Shaq was here doing some of that as well.
Well,
it's like different charity work.
Yeah, he's very involved with Fort Sam High because I believe he went there when his dad was stationed here. So yeah, and he'll do live streams for them whenever they make it to the playoffs. He's very involved. He's involved in his community. He is a reserve police officer too.
Yes, he is.
So he serves. So shout out to him with that, man. Yeah, it's just a good dude, man. It takes a good person to teach other people and lead them to be good people. I will say this:
each one teach one.
Yes, each one teach one. And I'll say this: the best Drink Champs interview I ever saw was Shaquille O'Neal. And he was saying, I think they had asked him a question, and he was saying, like, the realest thing to him is if kids listen to their parents. He was like, the one thing I want, if anyone watches this, if they're young, listen to your parents, because your parents, they only want what's best for you. And he was like, I'm where I'm at because I listen to my parents. And like, that was the realest thing ever, man. I'm talking about like the Drink Champs is something where a lot of people come, mostly hip hop artists, try to be showing off a lot of bravado. This dude was like, look, listen to your parents. I'm where I'm at because I listen to my parents. So if you're young, listen to your parents. That's the real, man. That's the real.
I just want to say one thing, and Don, I'm gonna let you get back in there. Hey, Shaq, come to the show. Our 100th episode is 19 episodes away. Be a guest on our show. That's all we want.
Technically speaking.
Yeah.
Or you drop our name in a tweet. You know, we'll take one of those too. But we definitely love to have you on the show.
Have you on the show,
Yes,
Shaq.
we would be an honored guest.
That would be dope. That would be dope.
We won't talk like you all the time.
If he could keep us in, that boy got a busy calendar, man. I just saw his new commercial with T-Pain for the General Insurance.
Oh yeah, is he gonna buy him a drink?
Nah, it was
kidding.
But he is our hero for this week's Heroes Highlight, man. So shout out to him, man. Hell yeah.
Please believe, yeah. And anybody who knows Shaq, man, go ahead and tell him to come check over as technically come to the channel. Come to Death Row.
Hey, I'm trying to go to Death Row. Hey, Snoop, I've been watching your podcast, man, and I saw that he's about to launch more podcasts on Death Row. So what up? You know what I'm saying?
What up, homie?
Y'all out there in LA, man, go to the Swede shop. Go right there. They got the podcast studio right there. Like, tell them we
gonna go there.
He's gonna check out the video where I dissed him a little bit in his Christmas special, man. I don't think I'm gonna get no love.
We're gonna edit that out. We're gonna edit that out.
That's gonna be on how many views did that get? We're gonna go put that on restricted. We're gonna restrict that video for right. Snoop, come to the show, okay? You know what I'm saying?
Man.
That's bring Martha Stewart with you. We need some of them audiences too. You know what I'm saying? If you're watching, somebody tweet them.
If you're watching, hey
Martha
man,
Stewart the criminal.
Let's move to the right.
Oh.
Damn it!
She's a con. I heard she was a con. Maybe not though.
She was locked up. Hey, that's
insider trading, right? Oh man,
there go my chances of becoming a billionaire with Martha Stewart.
I'm sorry, Martha.
I'm trying to give her my people. I'm trying to give her my sweet potato recipe. Y'all tripping.
I'll watch with her.
Y'all pie blocking.
Get me. Hey, they got the cookbook. Him and Martha Stewart. I need to get that cookbook, man.
I'm trying to get Martha Stewart on the show. Come on, Martha.
I'm trying to smoke what Martha Stewart be smoking. Oh, got smoking on, lady.
E40, man. I want to get the cookbook E40 guy. It's the goon with the spoon. I want that
with
joint.
The spoon.
The goon with the Boom. Yeah, man.
Y'all know All-Star Weekend is out here this year, right?
In LA?
In LA.
Nice.
February 13th, 14th, and 15th.
Nice. I'll be there the weekend before that. Seeing my grandbaby for her 1 year birthday.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Be out there for Grandpa duties, man.
Grandpa.
I'm a
changing diapers, wiping butt cheeks.
I'm with it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, well, that's what you do when you become a grandpa. A millennial grandpa. But this millennial grandpa is ready to transition to the millennial moment. So OG millennial, what you got for us in this week's millennial moment, sir?
Yes. So yeah, we definitely want to look at the Shaq as a good heroes, and heroes and supervillains and stuff with the new Wonder Man movie coming out. We're going to check that out and give you a review on that. But I got to think about the negative sides too, man. And sometimes I think about like con industry right now, right? And fraud and stuff. And I was thinking like, if they created a Marvel character, right, whose like main power was like manipulation and con artistry, it would probably be named Professor X. You might get into that later, but I was kind of just looking at some stats, because I was thinking about the differences between crime and more importantly like con artists. Like some of these cons nowadays is so difficult, it seems like, as opposed to the 80s. And I don't want to be in favor of con artistry here. We're not telling people how to go out and become fraud artists or anything, but I found some things that were interesting. Like, for instance, back in like the 90s and the 80s, right? It was limited proximity. You couldn't just go around the world and try and con people. There was the methodology that was different too. It was more physical, door-to-door sales, mail fraud, bad checks, stuff like that, and if you think about it, you had to have some type of physical document, like forging letters and stuff like that. And nowadays it seems to be completely different. We have these online and internet websites, and we get spams all the time, and it's just so hard to know what's what. And and I just think like, why is it so difficult now? Like back in the 90s, I could think of some movies that kind of helped me understand the con artistry, movies like I don't know, movies like Bowfinger, Tommy Boy, Mo Money was a great movie that taught people the insides of the con artistry, fraud, Best, that John Leguizamo movie was pretty good. And I was just thinking, man, have you guys ever seen any movies that kind of give you guys insight as to the con artistry and fraud that is so prevalent, I guess would be the word nowadays? What do you guys think?
For nowadays?
Yeah.
Not so much movies, but I hear it in the rap songs with all the rappers talking about doing the credit card scams.
Oh, yeah, really? Remember Panda?
No.
We got bras in Atlanta. Credit cards and the scammers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, see, that's what I miss it, and that's what I'm hoping we could talk about, and you guys have some insight, because I don't know what these guys are doing nowadays to do these new online, like what from the music and stuff, crypto. Like, is crypto and Bitcoin like this new thing that they're doing, or what is that involved with it? Like everybody's doing that now, right?
So, yeah, people are doing crypto. You guys are familiar with it. I'm barely getting to know about it. But it's pretty much electronic money, right? It's moved by certain ways. But you want to know what the real scam was? NFTs, non-fungible tokens. That was a scam. I mean, just think about it. You only have one of one, and you're like, if you bought it online and say, "Oh, I paid $75,000 for this non-fungible token," but what is it worth to you if you don't physically have it? It's just saying that you spent $75,000 to claim something that you don't have. That's like saying, "Hey, there's a bridge over in Wyoming. I want to sell you." You can buy it. Now you have a bridge in Wyoming, and you don't have a non-fungible token. You just have a bill of sale of a receipt for $75,000 or something that never existed.
That was big. Wow. What's up, Bobby?
I saw a movie recently. It just came out. We saw it sometime like early last month. Is the Now You See Me 2? And so if you're familiar with the Now You See Me movies, you would know that they use the, I guess, the theory of illusion to make you think or feel something in order to give something up. So in the Now You See Me 2 movie, they do the same thing too. They create an illusion to bring in certain people with deep pockets in order to scam them. And they take money from them.
Imran.
That was old school. That was old school. You know, I think the newest one I saw was Tulsa King. Tulsa King. Because anyone caught up on Tulsa King?
No, what's that about?
Nah.
Am I the only one?
That's one I know that got
he plays a monster.
That has, Tony, not Tony, Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, I can't think of his name in the show. But anyway, long story short, he's beefing. He has beef with another crime family, and someone on his team is a cyber nerd. So the way he clapped back at him was he was just attacking them with all kind of cyber attacks and cyber scams, and phishing attacks. And was just draining their accounts and stuff like that. So that's like probably the newest thing that I saw. That's like, okay, that those are the new age scams that's giving you insight. And he was breaking it down. Like one of the other people that was on the Sylvester Stallone's crime family was like, "What are you doing?" He was explaining. He was like, "Look, he's gonna click this link when I send it. And that's gonna let me into his bank account. I'm draining this account. I'm draining this account. I'm gonna transfer this money to this account over here."
Right.
And he broke it down. Yeah, that was pretty good, man. If you get a chance, Bobby, you'll appreciate that, having a background in cyber.
Mm-hmm. I do enjoy things like that. Unfortunately,
good, change forever.
So if you were to look at it in the cyber realm, are there like any technical shows that are out there helping people to monitor, like this is what you should do to help watch for this, or get alerts for that, like
I was just about to tell
how
you,
can we
just
protect ourselves as millennials from all of this madness of fraud?
There's actually a playlist on this channel, because this channel used to actually make videos about that. There is a playlist called cybersecurity tips. If you find that playlist on this channel, there's some stuff that's still relevant. A lot of the stuff was breaking down ransomware. I actually used to do reaction videos after certain ransomware attacks. When I was
Geronimo, for the people on the show watching who don't know what ransomware is, kindly let them know what that is.
Oh yeah, definitely. So there you go. So a ransomware attack is basically people will send you almost like a phishing email. And when you click that link, it will release a code that encrypts everything on your computer, or maybe certain things on your computer, depending
files, videos, whatever you
files, videos. If they've done their reconnaissance and they know what's important to you, they'll select what to encrypt, or just encrypt everything and shoot you an email and say, "Hey, if you notice, you can't get into none of your files. That's because we encrypted it, and I'll send you the key to unencrypt it if you send me X amount of money in Bitcoin."
They hold your stuff for ransom, basically.
They hold your stuff for ransom. Yeah. Yep. That was happening a lot. I haven't heard too much of it lately, but a couple of years ago, it was happening a lot to a lot of big companies. A lot of government organizations were getting hit, like county organizations, city level government, state level government, water authorities. It was happening. It was pretty rampant. What's up, Corey?
So there is this website for anybody who feel like they've been scammed or have been scammed. It's called Have I Been Pwned? PWNED. And I know that my information, all of our information, has been stolen because of the fact that we've gotten checks from Facebook about information being hacked. Our wireless carriers have. So you can actually go to Have I Been Pwned? That banner one more time. I'm just show it real quick.
There you go.
And pull up, just type in whatever email address that you normally use, and it'll let you know who has your data. Because real talk, you know what I'm saying? Data is a new drug, and AI is a new plug.
It sure is.
Can you show that one more time?
Sure.
Speaking of which, a lot of people are using AI bots to do the scamming for you.
Do the scanning.
Yeah. And I think the whole principle behind it getting worse and worse and worse, besides the fact that it's got such more reach, was the over glorification of it in entertainment. All the movies and TV shows and songs that are being made to promote the lifestyle. It's growing more and more and more, it seems like. And I mean, I just named a few movies just briefly from the 80s and 90s that were teaching the lessons of that, but there have been movies way back to the black and white days and even before that where they were teaching people how to get over. And that's something that's never going to go away, but it is something that definitely seems to be ramping up more. And I think it's these movies, as long as we keep on glorifying it in these movies and on TV and letting people know that, hey, this is a cool lifestyle to get ahead, and be lazy ass American worker and scam your way to the top, you can, but they got consequences and they don't always show the consequences in the movies and on TV. So keep that in mind. But one question I have for Bobby, for like the moms, the millennial moms, man, because I know you do investing. Do you think it's still wise to invest for millennial moms to be, and single moms in particular, to invest in Bitcoin and crypto? Or you think they should avoid something like that?
No, I would kind of stay clear of that right now, especially if you're kind of working on a single income, your babies rely on you. You should definitely, if you do want to invest, start small. You can go to, Robinhood or use any of the other like E-Trade apps and stuff, and you can go and kind of see the history of where some of the smaller stocks have kind of been, how consistent they are, ups and downs, and just do your due diligence to do your research on the like the previous times the stock was up and down before you want to invest. So that would be my guess. But on another note, I think with the scamming, Donald, I think this is just a really good topic to bring into the new year, because if you are keen on what's going on with the scams, like watch out for like the older people who may not be. I am my mom's personal IT person. She calls me all the time. She's like, well, they sent me this and I have to get these inbox dollars. I said, Mom, ain't nobody emailing you money.
Yeah.
Nobody's emailing you money. You know what I mean? And listen, just do something basic. Go look to see who sent it to you. Just hover, don't click. Hover your mouse over that email address, and you can immediately see that the actual email address it came from isn't what actually shows in the bar. If it's some crazy email, you don't recognize it, immediately go to delete, and then you want to block that sender. And you can do that in your emails. It does take time, but they heavily do it. They hit you and they have it look like it's real. They have stuff coming from what looks like it's going to be, real different shopping apps. Amazon does. I get a lot of them from Amazon. They want you to click on links for surveys. You'll see things that are spelled wrong, or even if you just read the email, the English is off. I've seen that a lot. Typos and the English is off. I'm like, no person in a corporate setting is going to say something like this. Not even a little bit.
Yeah. So I guess
like my aggressive to get you to click, like click.
Yeah, right.
Click. Click it now.
That's about all I got for the segment. If you guys, Corey or Geronimo, wanted to add anything, but before I end it, if you guys want to add anything, I just got to say that this is going to be the clothesline. Before you yeet your life savings into a new crypto scheme, remember, adulting means verifying the source before you click pay.
I like
so verify, man. Like Bobby was saying, verify. You know what I'm saying? What are you guys thinking? Just in closing out, any thoughts, Corey or Geronimo, on that subject? Because I'm done.
I do want to say this. You did not get verified. For those people who are on social media, get them inbox that says, hey, click this so you can get verified for free. No, it's not. You can lose your Facebook and Instagram account because that's another way. A lot of people don't understand social media is currency as well. It's not physical currency, but it can bring physical currency. And if you have over 10,000 subscribers or followers, right? You start getting these inboxes that says, hey, you've now qualified for your free verified badge. You can't get a free verified badge no more. You still got to pay for it from now on. And a lot of people click on those things and then they lose their access to their entire account.
Oh,
And
that's
if you
news.
know,
No bueno. No bueno.
yeah, if you know about growing your social media account like I did, took me 1 year to get 6,000 followers from having 5,000. For 15 years, I say, not 15 years, for 10 years, I had about 4,000 or 5,000. And then 1 year I had lucky break and posted something that caught fire and ended up getting 6,000 followers. And then for somebody to send you a message saying you qualify for a badge, and then you click on that badge, you lose your verification. Mind you, Facebook will never mail you anything from a Gmail. Okay. They will never mail you anything from a Gmail.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
My last almost happened. They almost got me.
If you are expecting it, don't click it. Like, because they'll like what I see a lot of times, it'll be reputable companies that I do business with, but I'm like, either I got an email that was out of cycle or payment decline or subscription coming due. I'm like, but I just pay my subscription.
Yeah.
I know you're fake. You know what I mean? Like, because I got all my, I do what Corey doesn't like. All my stuff was on auto pay. And I know when the payments are taken out. That just helps me manage my budget easily. I got everything on auto pay. So anytime I get something that says declined or payment due, I'm like, I know you're lying because all my stuff was on auto pay. You know what I mean? So that's just, if you do anything like that, and you get something that's out of pocket or out of sequence, be very wary and do what Bobby said. Highlight over the email and from a field. And don't click it. Just see what pops up, and that'll tell you where it's coming from.
And just know banks will never, ever call you asking you for your personal information.
Yeah, I need your...
They already got it. They don't need you to call you.
News you can use, people. News you can use. That's what we're all about here.
That's
saving our millennial asses.
Hey.
And Gen X's and Gen Z's, you know, we're
saving millennial asses cashes. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah.
Speaking of cash. Hey, I got my first job when I was a teen. Well, how I know you was a teenager, Corey, when you had your first job.
Of course. I was under a teen. But the legal way, I was a teen.
Dr. Pooh.
You sell
I
pies.
was a preteen.
You were preteen.
Yeah, man. I got my first job at like 11, man. Scrubbing bird cages at the pet store my mom worked at, getting paid under the table. I'd take that money and I would go buy pogs.
I remember pogs.
Same here,
bro. That's cool, man. Even if it is stand-up bird cages, that's good stuff.
Yeah, man. I was making money at an early age, working hard.
Get the candy from Smart and Finals and sell it at the church.
Yeah, and then high school came around and started slinging candy for the frat.
Candy at the school,
Domino's, started flipping pizzas and shit.
Hey, there you go. Hey, the honey bun was always the number one seller, dog.
Rice Krispie treat for me, man. I was pushing those Rice Krispies.
Say what? Now, but you get four for $1 and you could sell them for 50 cents each. Yo, that was the best.
Look, I think I had got that on lock as well after I learned that from my brothers from Betas. Because I was like, I'll go up to Smart Food for Less, get a box of Capri Suns, because you get 10 in there for $2, and then you go ahead and spend $3, and you come out with 12 honey buns. And you know what? I was just racking it up.
What was your combo? How old were you when you got your first job, Bobby?
I was 15.
15.
I was working under the table. Yeah, until I turned 16, I was working under the table. So I had to take a shot at what you think I did.
Waitress?
Babysitting.
Nah, I feel like you did some type of like retail work.
Nah, she was under the table. That's why I said babysitting.
I was under the table.
Oh, labor work? Was mowing lawns?
No, you know what's funny? I actually got my first job like 8 minutes from where I live right now. I worked in China Grove. I worked for I worked like in a 8-car garage making lead fishing weights.
Hey.
Wait, what?
Bagged them. Yep. I know you were. I clipped them. I bagged them.
Guess that.
I know. There's no way. I've worked a lot of
cool.
I've worked a lot of like hard labor jobs. I've often been kind of the only female working in all men teams, which honest to God, nothing has changed because it is still like
That's
that.
why you tough as
Even
hell
now.
with your tough ass.
But Bobby's a gangster.
She is a gangster. She's a gangster.
OG Bobby Johnson.
But in order to get those first jobs as teens, what did we first have to get past?
And you know, it's kind of scary though. My daughter and I were having this talk just a couple of weeks ago during our family Christmas vacation. And she's like, man, she's nervous about things that you know, that are probably like most teens are. Like, what would we do? As a mom, she's like, well, what am I gonna do whenever I have my first interview? I was like, you know what? You have given me just the perfect idea just by mere conversations with my kid, you know, a perfect idea for a topic for parents. What do you do? How do you prepare your kids to be successful for their first job interviews? And I told her, I said, hey, I got a few tips and tricks that I would love to share with our audience on what you can be doing with your kiddos. So I do say kiddos, but I do mean your teenagers, right? So when you get to that age, 16, 17, you know, start teaching them the skills of how to interview correctly. A lot of times we've seen kids kind of have fallen back on social skills. They have a lot of anxiety. And so one of the best ways you can get them prepared, I believe, is to set them up for success. What does that look like? Whatever job they want to get, whether it be a summer job or whatever, you can teach them some basic skills. Tell them, learn about the company. What does this company do? What are they selling? Have you checked out their website? Have you looked at their values? What do they like to see? Do they do any community work? And so when you get in to go do an interview, you want to know a little bit about the company. Have you ever been in an interview and they say, what do you know about us? And you're sitting there like a deer in the headlights. You don't want to do that. And you don't want to set your kid up like that either. So one of the things you can do is just practice common questions. Think about the last time you were in an interview. Are you able to work well with others? How do you handle conflict? Are you a good teammate? You know, can you tell me about a time that you handled a challenge and what did you do about it? So when you think about some of these things, you know, you talk about bringing in the basics, having a copy of your resume. Not everybody obviously is going to be able to have this, but I encourage you as a parent to step out and step up and help your kid out when it comes time for a resume. Help them build a little resume, even if it's just something basic. If they've done volunteer work, school projects, help build them up in that resume to showcase their customer service skills. And so, you know, another side thing you want to talk about, plan your outfit. We've talked about this in the past.
That's
you want to show up. You want to look clean, neat, make it simple, but you want to be presentable. Teach them certain mannerisms. Whenever you speak to people, make sure to look them in their eyes. Have a good firm handshake. You know, have them practice what does that look like so that they're confident. And then quiz them later. Hey, that company you want to go over there and work for, have you seen what they've been doing lately? And just kind of keep them still like just in the flow of what is it that they want to do and how to plan to be successful whenever it comes to these interviews. So some really, really basic things you want to teach them that are good to hone in on them when they're younger. Know what to ask for when they arrive, and arriving to that interview 10 to 15 minutes early, because you never know what's going to happen. You may have to sit in a waiting room for a little bit. You may have to wait on somebody, but just some basics. Donald, you got something for us?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that like one thing that helps out too, if you like are limited on resources, that there are some cities that have agencies that help with job placement and resume building and stuff. In Gardena, it's called Gardena One Stop. And they have them in a lot of cities. They're probably called different things, but it's a place where you can go to. They have computers and they teach you how to, with resume building programs, they teach you how to build resumes. They have fax machines that you can use to send out faxes. You got websites so you could check your emails, and they do everything they can to help you find a job. And it's not just for adults, it's for young people too. A lot of schools, high schools have lists as well that they, if you go to like the principal or a counselor and say, I want my kid to have a job, they could actually give you a list and they'll help, with employers and stuff like that. So there are a lot of options for teenagers who are under the age of 18 to get a job, as long as you get a work permit. That's number one. You got to get a permit normally in order to get a job if you're under certain age requirements. And so they're super easy to get though. But I also think that like Bobby was doing, if you could find somebody who like runs their own company and you could take on a small apprenticeship role, you can have an opportunity to make some money under the table doing just about anything. Yard work, cleanup, just lemonade, all types of stuff, making lures and shit like that. Packing boxes are all different opportunities for young people to go and make some money and at the same time learn a little bit of a trade in an industry, right?
Yeah, that's perfect. You bring up a really good topic. So in the San Antonio area is the Texas Workforce Commission. Texas Workforce Commission does work in the community like Gardena One Stop does. They help with the resume building, and they do also have resources for veterans who are also looking for employment and how to transfer your military skills over to the civilian side so that you can get a job. And just like Donald was saying, like that's perfect. They do the same thing where they help to build you up so that you can be, presentable and confident whenever you go before an interviewer. I think that one of the last couple of tips I have is to make sure that your kids, your teenagers, they're listening carefully to what the interviewer is asking. And employers, they like to hear a couple of different things. Hey, I'm here on time. I work, really good with other people. And most of all, I may not know something, but I'm willing to learn it.
Yeah,
I'm willing to learn.
Cut. Don't be all dirty and shaggy, man. They're gonna pick the cleaner person over the shaggy person.
Be willing. Always be willing to learn. I think that even as you get older and you find yourself maybe later on in life in a leadership role, you have to always be willing to learn something new. And sometimes what you learn that's new may not always be from somebody older than you. It could be from somebody younger than you. So,
Hey, good point.
Geronimo, what would you tell your kiddos whenever the time comes?
I would take them somewhere to learn customer service. That's the biggest thing right there, man, is customer service and just working on their soft skills, active listening. So everything you said, learning about that company, but then also being able to actively listen at a young age, I think will impress any interviewer because I would imagine most interviewers, when they're interviewing young people, they're running into the young people that just don't give a damn. But showing that you actually care and you can actually repeat what that person said to you shows that you were actively listening. I think that will make a young person stand out. That would be my biggest thing. And if they could use one of the programs, I would definitely have them go there. But I would definitely try to get my kids somewhere where they're gonna get practice with that customer service, communication skills. That's the biggest thing. And the biggest thing in communication is listening. You get 2 ears, 1 mouth for a reason.
Corey, what do you think? I know you've got excellent customer service skills. I've told you offline, I enjoy speaking to you because I could tell you always feel like you're going to sell something, but you're always genuine. I can hear your heart behind it. And I want to hear what you got today.
Thank you for that. I have won awards for my customer service, actually. However, what I would do is right before they go into the workforce, I as a parent would examine their strong suits, right? And then put them into some volunteer activities, at least for a good 3 to 6 months, for the fact that, let's be honest, you know what I'm saying? Kids, they want to work at Burger King or McDonald's because they feel like they can eat there, right? But if you put them in in front of the fries or in front of the customer service where people are yelling and fussing at them, they're going to do a pivot 180 real quick. So I would encourage, take them to a soup kitchen, you know what I'm saying? Take them to a recreation park, even take them to a local church if you have a church that does, you know what I'm saying, cleaning up around the communities. See how well they perform in those environments because of the fact that if they have endurance and understand, you be the reward system, you be the paycheck before they actually start doing things like that. Because if they like the fact that they can earn what they want to buy what they want, then they'll be more prepped for that interview. So you can give them a gateway to the interview. Say, so this is how you get a real job. You know, how you were working out at the church, the soup kitchen. Before any of that happened, you have to be able to speak to the skills you already have. And by doing these volunteer, you could say, oh, I volunteered over at the shelter over here. I was able to pass out food. So now you have some real life experience to speak to. You know what I mean?
I love that. Volunteer
opportunities. Yeah, always because they start learning, and at an age where they're learning certain things before they actually go into the field of employment, you know. And then you look into your kids and look at what their strong suit. If you know they are a lousy communicator, customer service is not their strong suit. You know what I'm saying? Put them over, like, you work in a warehouse. You in the warehouse. You know what I'm saying? You good with your hands? You good with organizing? Oh yeah, you're in the warehouse. If you talk a lot, talk so much, you talk extremely a lot, then yeah, you could be a customer service. But you know, that's my take on it. Don't and like
you don't have to have those things. I'm sorry, I'm just going to jump in there because there are tons of customer service workers who do not have any of those things, and they are the worst. So I would say look at those people, and don't be like those people. Okay, people.
True indeed, because you know there's some people.
You know what? I was thinking about listening to all of y'all and what you just said, Donald, is making sure we instill appreciation in our kids, man. That's the number one thing. Like, even if that's not what you really want to do, just appreciate the fact that someone gave you that chance. Like, because I go to places and I see those people, Don, and just the rudeness, man. It's like, you don't want to be here, but you want that check. At least fake it. Just fake it if you need to. You know what I mean?
You know, that's funny. That was the very, very last thing that it said on the list of like tips I was looking at, which was whenever you get up to leave the interview, shake that person's hand and thank them. Say, hey, I appreciate you taking the time to talk with me today. I know you have other people you can interview and you chose to interview me. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That goes such a long way. It really does, because people will remember that rather than, all right, yeah, boss, whatever. And then you're like, yeah, whatever, man.
For real,
like
man.
the way that some people kind of go about it, while maybe what you meant was something better, but the way it came off, the way you presented yourself, that completely just demolished it.
That happened to me one time. I was at a restaurant. It was actually Twin Peaks, which normally you would think you would get automatic good customer service there. But like the young lady that waited at our table, I think it was my last time I went there. She was just super, like, she was sweet girl, but just her vernacular was just super ghetto.
Too chill,
just too chill, unprofessional. She was cussing, and I was like, ugh. I didn't like that. Like, she got a lower tip just because you go there. Anyone who goes anywhere is going for the experience, right? And I think a lot of the young people miss that. She was young, man. So it's still learning, young in life, and it didn't click like that, man. I'm not your homeboy, you know what I mean? Just chilling on the corner, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a paying customer, man. I want to hear that shit.
No, I feel you on that.
Amen, brother.
I feel you on that.
Be mindful of your surroundings and stuff, because we've been places too where we've seen the way that like other waiters and waitresses talk to each other behind the counters, and they're over here talking like, you know what I mean, they're cussing at each other like back and forth in a conversation, and it just looks real unprofessional. So for real, looks really unprofessional, but
it is, man.
I love watching YouTube videos of these people fighting in these restaurants. One person throws a napkin dispenser, another person throws soda, and the next thing you know, they're jumping over the counter.
I like what you had said.
I could get some silverware. Maybe I can get some ketchup. I got fries.
Ketchup fries.
Like,
I had told my daughter, she was like, she goes, well, I don't know what I'm going to do. She goes, I'm not going to have a resume whenever it comes time. I said, what? I said, yes, it is. I already have your resume template. I already got most of it typed up. She's like, wait, are you serious? I said, yeah, I'm very serious. She's like, how come you've never showed me? I said, I don't have to. As you gain more skills, I'm able to add to it. I said, you may, in case you don't remember, but when you were 12 years old, you were going out with your dad on jobs when he had carpet cleaning jobs. What would you do? Well, I'd vacuum and I would do hose control. Okay. I said, then while you may think that's nothing, whenever you walked inside that person's house, you said hi to them, right? She said, well, of course I did. Okay, that's customer service. That's customer service. And I told her too, like for the last 2 years, all of our family serves in church. And so my husband does praise and worship. I do greeting. And my daughter, she's been a barista at the church. We have a coffee cafe there.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
We sell pastries and stuff for 2 years now.
I can't wait to go to y'all church.
She's been working the counter. She's been moving from pulling espresso shots to handing out drinks to calling customers and to working at the cash register. So I told her, you may not realize this, but you're gaining a set of skills that your other counterparts your age are not going to have. And I said, and what makes you lucky is that I said, you've been blessed to be able to have somebody in your life like me and your dad to not just be an example, but to help lift you up, because I'm not trying to make a mini me. I'm trying to create upgraded versions of me, not mini me's.
I like
we
that.
want upgrades. We don't want lookalikes. I don't want you to look like me. I want you to be an upgraded version. I want you to be better. And in order to do that, we're going to help lift you into that place where you deserve to be. And so, take your time to help your kids hone in on whatever their strengths are. If you know how, just like y'all were saying, if they have the strength to be, hey, you can work with your hands really well. Okay, maybe customer service isn't your strong suit, and that's okay. You go to where your strength is, and we're gonna focus on what those are, not what your weaknesses are. We're gonna focus on your strength. Keep them motivated, stay positive, because it's a growing, it's a learning curve. This is a big milestone, and hey, you get to be a part of it. And make sure that you were able to reflect back on this time with your kiddos, and you're able to be a positive, impact on their lives when it comes to what their first interview like them. Set them up for success.
I'm gonna tell you something. What a rich person told me. They say, focus on your strength. Pay somebody else for your weaknesses.
Yeah, I like that. It's called leverage. Another version of that is called leverage. And that's a whole different. We're gonna have to talk about that in another millennial parenting topic, is teaching kids leverage. I like that, because you about to get me started, Corey.
See, this is good. This is the stuff that we talk about where it moves into other topics later on. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned for real.
Listen to Technically Speaking.
I got one last thing I want to add, and I don't think anyone has said it, but we should do mock interviews with our kids. Like now, I'm thinking that I'm like, we need to practice. We learn in the military, right? You practice how you play. For the performers out there, you practice how you play, right? We need to do rehearsals and do mock interviews with them. And it might be awkward at first because they're gonna be feeling all kind of comfortable and stuff. Oh, dad. I'm like, nah, I'm not your dad. I'm the interview. I'm the hiring manager right now. You better tighten up. You know what? You're not hired. Like,
you're not.
Yeah, that's great, man. Wow, there it is, man. Everybody do what he just said, man. And
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I interview horrible. That's why I can tell you on one hand that how many times I interviewed. That's why I kept a job long term. For real.
You know what? The company I work for now, the interview that I had with them, I was very much caught off guard, because when I jumped onto the call where I was 10 minutes early, I was like, yeah, I'm on time. I'll be the first one, make sure I look okay. No, I jumped on the call. There were 8 other people staring at me. I was like, okay. This is a lot of people in the room. That's a lot of people to be looking at you.
It's like,
that's crazy.
But
I said the same thing.
That's
Never once have I had that many people.
Go ahead.
I had an interview for a SOC analyst job at a security operations center for Las Vegas Sands. They're like a big casino company in the Las Vegas area. A friend of mine, she's a cybersecurity professional, helped me get that interview there. Well, when I pulled into the interview, I was the only person on the camera. Everybody else, I could hear them, but I couldn't see them, but they could see me. And that made me extremely nervous. And y'all, I just passed my Security Plus exam, and I was bombing questions that I passed very well on my exam. But I was bombing very basic questions because I couldn't see who was speaking to me. I didn't personally like that. It was just not.
Oh, that sucks.
Wow.
That sucks. So for me being in sales, every
Mhm.
time I do a sales presentation, it's basically an interview because
Yes,
I'm
it is.
doing an interview to help my company get the contract. And there's been plenty of times I dial into the call, they don't turn their cameras on. So because normally I go off the reaction to see how I need to like tweak my presentation, right?
Mhm.
So this one time I was like, yeah, I could tell by your reactions you really like that. Couldn't see them, right? So I'm just
One thing I do
Really gotta
want to tell
listen in, huh?
everybody who's out there listening, whatever you do when you're in the interview, before you leave that interview, after you say thank you, ask for the job. Ask for the job. Based off of your experience today, and based off this interview, may I have this position?
Ooh.
If I did well, can you consider me as one of the candidates to actually be your employee?
Mm.
Always ask for the job. You may not get it, but they will never forget the fact that there was one person or two people that asked for the job, whether there were 6 or 7 more steps of that interview process. Each step asked for it, because an ask is a close.
Mhm.
Ooh. He's getting into some sales techniques right now.
Mhm.
Come on, baby.
Yeah. I
Number
like
one in the
that.
nation at T-Mobile, baby. Come on.
The presumptive ask. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of like that's part of what I do. I'm like, when we do business together, that's how I
Mhm.
just kind of slide it in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that. I like that. That's cool. This was a good one, man. It's some good stuff for the youngins, man. Get them ready for the
Yeah.
workforce, because the first step is getting past that interview. And
Pass that interview.
I'm taking all that stuff in. You got my mind going, Corey. Thank you for that, man. I've been wanting to start getting the kids out to like soup kitchens and volunteer places. There's a volunteer organization I just learned about recently, Bobby. It's not, I'm gonna have to get that name to you later, but basically what they do with the kids is a nonprofit. They earn points with volunteer work, and then after they earn so many points, they basically get to travel somewhere. It could be in the country or out of country. It's actually pretty cool. It's pretty cool, and then they have a medical program where they'll do like internships in different medical situations and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm gonna look into that, because that's a good way to start getting them that experience, getting them communicating. Because the biggest thing is they just needed to communicate. Even if customer service isn't their thing, even in the warehouse, you still need to be able to communicate so you don't hurt yourself. You know what I mean? I will say this. My second job that I had as a teenager was working at Red Lobsters. And one thing that's still in me is it was a safety thing. Like if you were coming down the aisle or something to a table and there was a waiter there, a waitress there, you would always say, "Hey, behind you." So that way they knew not to step back, because you could cause them to drop a tray or something like that.
Mhm.
I still do that to this day. Like if I'm in a restaurant or a grocery store or something and I see an employee working, if I'm coming, I'll be like, "Hey, right behind you."
Yeah.
It's still in me. Like just
It's still in
certain
you.
skills will stick with you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Borders.
Yep.
I worked at the Olive Garden for a little bit. Yeah, I know.
You know what's up, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what's up. This was a good one, man. Hey, perfect for 2026 for all those young adults that's getting out there to go get their first jobs this year, man. Hey, salute to them, man. Hell yeah, because now
Speaking of salute, real quick for our veterans. Prior to starting the show, I shared with my co-host here about a friend of mine. I guess he put in for Operation Debt Gratitude. The Black Rifle Coffee Company, Born Primitive, and Forgive Co. has forgiven a large amount of his medical debt. And I believe they're looking to wipe out $34 million worth of veteran medical debt. So if that's something you're into or that you might need help with, look up Operation Debt Gratitude.
Operation Debt Gratitude. And that was by who again? Who's kind of backing that?
Black Rifle Coffee Company, Born Primitive, and Forgive Co.
Nice. Hey, shout out to Black Rifle Coffee.
Yep, they're teaming up together to forgive medical
That's what's
debt.
up.
That's huge.
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge. Thanks for that.
Wiping off
Thanks for
medical
that.
debt. Yeah.
Heck yeah. Nah, that's what's up. So, Hey, we giving them resources, man. Get them kids ready so they can get those jobs, get past those interviews, get those jobs, so they can start pitching in on these bills because they like to leave the lights on.
That part.
That part. Showers.
Man.
No more homemade gifts. It's time to start buying your parents presents.
Yo, for real. I'm gonna start. Once the kids get the jobs, you give them your Christmas list. How about that?
Oh, yeah.
Right. That's my challenge to you, Bobby. Is you give your daughter your Christmas list. She's making money now. Sure.
They already got it. She already got me something off the Christmas list last year. Look, I'm easy. I love me some Dutch Bros coffee. I love Dutch Bros, y'all. Starbucks and suck it. I love Dutch Bros.
Huh?
What?
She says Starbucks can suck it.
Like, huh? I just like coffee.
No,
coffee. Shout out to Savage Coffee because we're gonna link up at Savage Coffee down at San Antonio soon. So
yeah.
Hey.
Oh yeah. But we're gonna wrap this thing up. Happy New Year. Hey man, I wish everyone nothing but abundance this year, man. Whatever you're working on, I want to see you reach your goal. Stick to it. Get that thing going. We about to sign off like we always do about this time. Miss Bobby Lopez, let these folks know what you can help them with in the Bexar County and surrounding areas.
Hey, thanks for tuning in today to Technically Speaking. Appreciate the time. You can find me on Instagram at bobby.lopez.5. I am the owner of Patriot Restorations, LLC. We are a water mitigation company. So if you've had water damage in your home due to a leaky pipe, a busted refrigerator, a water heater, whatever can go wrong with water in your home. If there's damage done, give me a call. You can DM me if you have any questions and stuff. We're more than happy to serve you. We are a disabled veteran-owned small business here in the state of Texas, serving Bexar County and the surrounding areas. The last thing I got for you, one thing you could always give to people, and it's free all day long, is kindness. It's free. Pass it along and be kind.
It is free.
Many blessings to you all.
Hey. Speaking of water, Dr. Poole, man, what are you helping folks with out there in the LA and surrounding areas?
Swimming pools and spas and filters. We clean them and we teach you how to clean them if you want to learn how to clean them yourself. You just got to email me here at d.r.poolandspaservice@gmail.com. And if you want to follow me and look at some of our clips and videos, you can follow me at don.rumpf. Also be reposting these and some crazy videos from the YouTubes if you want to see what I be seeing. It's weird.
So, when you said swimming pools, that made me think I got a pool full of liquor and I dive in it.
Yeah, man.
I
bought that album for that song specifically.
It's just the way you said it. It made me think of that. That's what's up. The main man with the game plan, Corey Giovanni, man. What are you helping folks out with this year, man?
So this year, Core ENT, we're doing something different in 2026. 2026. Get your consultation with content with me. Full bundle. Reach out to your boy at Corey Giovanni on all the platforms. Just say, hey, I want to know more about your special, and I got you. Or guess what? In that description, click that link and then go a little further. Like, comment, and subscribe because we're giving you news that you can use, baby.
Baby.
And the only thing, subscribe.
Hey, man, click that like and subscribe, man. And when you scroll down there to get that free consultation from Core ENT, make a pit stop on that merchandise link, man. Get you a Technically Speaking shirt, man. Rock that for 2026, man. We got some colors for y'all, man. We fresh. You can find it on Amazon too. Ain't that right, Corey Giovanni?
Coming soon, baby. We gonna have some new designs too. We might have, because it's the year of the horse. We might have our bird on a horse. You know what I'm saying? But 2026 behind but our bird, we will be on Amazon soon.
Hey, that's what's up. Hey, man. So thanks everyone that joined us tonight, man. I wish y'all again a happy 2026, man. Get out there and get it. That's it for the night, man. Y'all have a good night.
Be safe out there, everybody. Tune in next week. Next week. Thank you.